In Chapter 1 of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki introduces us to the two influential father figures in his life who shaped his understanding of money and wealth. He refers to his biological father as his poor dad and his best friend's father as his rich dad. These two men had drastically different views on money, work, and education, which provided Robert with contrasting perspectives. Poor Dad was highly educated, with a PhD and a well-paying job as a government official. He believed firmly in the value of formal education, job security, and hard work. He often advised Robert to get good grades, secure a stable job with benefits, and climb the corporate ladder. Poor Dad's mindset was that a high-income job would lead to financial security and success. Despite his high income, he struggled with finances, living paycheck to paycheck, and was always worried about money. Rich Dad, on the other hand, had only an 8th grade education but became one of the wealthiest men in Hawaii through entrepreneurship and investing. He believed in financial education, understanding how money works, and making money work for you. Rich Dad encouraged Robert to think differently about money and to focus on building assets that generate income. He emphasized the importance of financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and investment. The first chapter explores Robert's confusion as a young boy trying to understand the differing advice from his two dads. On one hand, Poor Dad valued traditional education and job security, while Rich Dad valued financial education and independence. This duality presented a dilemma for Robert, leading him to question the conventional wisdom about money and success. Rich Dad taught Robert several foundational lessons. The importance of financial education. Rich Dad believed that knowing how money works is crucial for financial success. He stressed the need for financial literacy, something that is not taught in schools. Assets versus liabilities. Rich Dad explained the difference between assets, which put money in your pocket, and liabilities, which take money out. He advised Robert to focus on acquiring assets like real estate, stocks, and businesses. Work to learn, not for money. Rich Dad encouraged Robert to seek jobs and opportunities that would teach him valuable skills rather than just provide a paycheck. He believed that learning how to run a business, manage finances, and invest wisely was more important than job security. Kiyosaki recounts a pivotal moment in his childhood when he asked his poor dad how to make money. Poor Dad's response was to stay in school, get good grades, and find a safe job. Unsatisfied with this answer, Robert and his friend Mike turned to Rich Dad, who offered them lessons in making money through hands-on experiences and practical financial education. Rich Dad began teaching the boys by having them work at his stores for a low wage. This experience was designed to teach them the value of hard work and to instill in them a desire to learn how to make money work for them. He used real-life examples and simple explanations to convey complex financial concepts, making the lessons relatable and understandable for the boys. The chapter highlights the stark contrast between the traditional path advocated by Poor Dad and the entrepreneurial, financially savvy path taught by Rich Dad. It sets the stage for the rest of the book, encouraging readers to rethink their beliefs about money, education, and career choices. In conclusion, Chapter 1 of Rich Dad, Poor Dad provides a foundation for understanding the different attitudes towards money that can lead to either financial struggle or financial success. It challenges the conventional wisdom about education and job security, emphasizing the importance of financial literacy and the mindset needed to achieve financial independence. In Chapter 2 of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki delves into the crucial lesson that the rich don't work for money. Instead, they make money work for them. This chapter opens with young Robert and his friend Mike continuing their lessons with Rich Dad, who is determined to teach them about the fundamentals of money. Rich Dad starts by having the boys work in his convenience store for a very low wage. Initially, the boys are frustrated by the minimal pay and tedious tasks. However, Rich Dad explains that this is part of their education. He wants them to understand the difference between working for money and having money work for them. He tells them that many people fall into the trap of working hard for money, only to find themselves perpetually struggling financially. One day, Rich Dad makes a point by meeting with the boys and offering them a higher wage. He presents them with a choice. They can continue working for a higher wage, or they can learn the lessons he wants to teach them about money and wealth. Robert and Mike choose to learn. Rich Dad then shares his philosophy on money. He explains that fear and greed are the primary emotions that drive people's financial decisions. People are afraid of not having money, so they work hard to earn it, but when they get it, their greed makes them want more, trapping them in a never-ending cycle. Rich Dad introduces the concept of opportunity. He tells the boys that opportunities are everywhere, but most people fail to see them because they are too focused on working for money. He emphasizes the importance of financial intelligence and being able to identify and seize opportunities. According to Rich Dad, financial intelligence involves understanding how money works and how to make it work for you. To illustrate this, Rich Dad takes the boys to visit different parts of his business operations, explaining how he identifies opportunities and creates wealth. He shows them how he looks for undervalued assets and invests in them to generate income. This hands-on experience is invaluable for Robert and Mike as they start to understand the practical application of Rich Dad's principles. Rich Dad also discusses the importance of thinking independently and not following the crowd. He encourages the boys to question conventional wisdom and to think creatively about money. He tells them that following the crowd often leads to financial mediocrity because most people are caught in the cycle of fear and greed. Throughout the chapter, Rich Dad emphasizes that true wealth is not just about having money, but about having the freedom to make choices. He teaches the boys that the goal is not to work for money, but to achieve financial independence where money works for them. This involves building and acquiring assets that generate income, such as real estate, stocks, and businesses. Robert begins to understand that the traditional path of getting a good education, securing a stable job, and working hard is not the only way to achieve financial success. He sees that financial literacy and the ability to make money work for you are more important. This realization is a turning point for Robert, shaping his future approach to money and wealth. In conclusion, Chapter 2 of Rich Dad, Poor Dad teaches the fundamental lesson that the rich don't work for money. Instead, they focus on making money work for them by building assets, recognizing opportunities, and maintaining financial intelligence. This chapter challenges readers to rethink their approach to money and to consider the importance of financial education and independence. It lays the groundwork for the principles that will be further explored in the rest of the book, encouraging readers to break free from the cycle of working for money and to start making money work for them. In Chapter 3 of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of financial literacy and understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. This chapter highlights why teaching financial literacy is crucial for achieving financial independence. The chapter begins with Robert recalling his childhood lessons with Rich Dad. Rich Dad stressed that financial education is essential because, without it, people often find themselves in financial trouble despite having a good income. He explained that the lack of financial literacy is a significant reason why many people struggle financially, regardless of how much money they make. Rich Dad introduced the fundamental concept of assets and liabilities. He defined an asset as something that puts money in your pocket, while a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. This simple yet profound distinction is the cornerstone of Rich Dad's teachings. He emphasized that the key to financial success is acquiring assets and minimizing liabilities. To illustrate this point, Rich Dad used the example of buying a house. Many people believe that their house is their greatest asset, but Rich Dad argued that unless the house generates income, it is actually a liability because it requires ongoing expenses such as mortgage payments, maintenance, and property taxes. This perspective challenged the conventional wisdom and prompted Robert to rethink his understanding of assets and liabilities. Rich Dad further explained that the middle class and poor tend to acquire liabilities that they mistakenly believe are assets. For example, they might purchase expensive cars, boats, or other luxury items that do not generate income and instead create ongoing expenses. As a result, they end up working harder to pay for these liabilities, often falling into the trap of living paycheck to paycheck. In contrast, the rich focus on acquiring assets that generate passive income. Rich Dad taught Robert that assets can include businesses, real estate, stocks, bonds, and other investments that produce income. By building a portfolio of income-generating assets, individuals can achieve financial independence and reduce their reliance on earned income from a job. Rich Dad also emphasized the importance of understanding financial statements. He taught Robert and Mike how to read and interpret income statements and balance sheets. This knowledge allowed them to identify whether their financial decisions were leading them toward financial success or failure. Rich Dad explained that a strong financial statement should show a clear distinction between assets and liabilities, with assets generating enough income to cover expenses and provide surplus cash flow. One of the critical lessons in this chapter is the importance of reinvesting income from assets to acquire more assets. Rich Dad advised that instead of spending surplus income on liabilities, individuals should use it to invest in additional assets. This strategy creates a cycle of increasing wealth and financial security. Robert recounts how he applied these lessons in his own life. He started small, investing in real estate and gradually building his portfolio. By focusing on acquiring assets and minimizing liabilities, he was able to achieve financial independence. He attributes his success to the financial literacy and principles taught by Rich Dad. In conclusion, Chapter 3 of Rich Dad, Poor Dad underscores the vital role of financial literacy in achieving financial success. It highlights the importance of understanding the difference between assets and liabilities and focusing on acquiring income-generating assets. Rich Dad's teachings challenge conventional beliefs about money and provide a framework for building wealth through financial education and smart investing. This chapter encourages readers to rethink their financial strategies and prioritize financial literacy as a key component of their journey to financial independence. In Chapter 4 of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki delves into the history of taxes and the strategic use of corporations to build and protect wealth. This chapter highlights how financial education can help individuals navigate the tax system and leverage corporate structures to their advantage. Robert begins by explaining the historical context of taxes. He recounts how taxes were initially introduced as a temporary measure during times of war. For example, in England and America, taxes were used to fund wars and were intended to be abolished once the wars ended. However, once governments realized the revenue potential, taxes became a permanent fixture. Robert points out that taxes were initially aimed at the rich, but over time, the middle class became the primary taxpayers. Rich Dad taught Robert that the rich understand how to use the tax code to their advantage. While the middle class and poor see taxes as an unavoidable burden, the wealthy view them as an opportunity to apply financial strategies that minimize their tax liabilities. One of the most effective tools the rich use is the corporation. Rich Dad explained that corporations offer significant tax benefits and legal protections. By setting up a corporation, individuals can take advantage of lower tax rates and deduct legitimate business expenses before paying taxes on their income. This contrasts sharply with employees who earn wages, pay taxes on their full income, and then cover their expenses with what remains. Robert provides a simplified example to illustrate this concept. An employee earning $100,000 might pay 30% in taxes, leaving $70,000 for expenses. Conversely, a corporation earning $100,000 can deduct business expenses before calculating taxable income. If the corporation has $70,000 in deductible expenses, it only pays taxes on the remaining $30,000, significantly reducing the tax burden. Rich Dad emphasized that understanding and utilizing corporate structures is a key component of financial literacy. He encouraged Robert to think like a business owner and investor, rather than just an employee. This mindset shift allows individuals to take control of their finances and use the system to their benefit. The chapter also discusses the importance of hiring smart advisors. Rich Dad advised Robert to surround himself with knowledgeable professionals, such as accountants and attorneys, who can help navigate the complexities of tax laws and corporate regulations. These advisors can provide valuable insights and strategies to optimize financial outcomes. Furthermore, Rich Dad highlighted the significance of ongoing education and staying informed about changes in tax laws and financial regulations. The tax code is complex and constantly evolving, so staying up to date is crucial for maximizing benefits and minimizing liabilities. He stressed that continuous learning and adaptability are essential traits for financial success. Robert reflects on the lessons he learned from Rich Dad and how they have influenced his financial decisions. He shares anecdotes of his experiences in setting up corporations, investing in real estate, and building businesses. These stories illustrate the practical application of the principles taught by Rich Dad and reinforce the importance of financial education. In conclusion, Chapter 4 of Rich Dad Poor Dad underscores the power of corporations and the strategic use of tax laws to build and protect wealth. It challenges readers to rethink their approach to taxes and consider the benefits of corporate structures. By understanding the history of taxes and leveraging the advantages of corporations, individuals can take significant steps toward financial independence and success. In Chapter 5 of Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki explores the concept of financial creativity and innovation. This chapter focuses on how the rich invent money by creating opportunities, leveraging their financial intelligence, and taking calculated risks. Kiyosaki emphasizes that financial success is not about having money, but about having the mindset and skills to generate money. Robert starts by sharing a story from his youth. He and his friend Mike were learning from Rich Dad, who challenged them to think creatively about making money. Rich Dad explained that opportunities are everywhere, but it takes financial intelligence to see them and the courage to act on them. Rich Dad's first lesson in this chapter is about overcoming fear and self-doubt. He explains that many people miss out on opportunities because they are afraid of failing or losing money. The rich, however, understand that failure is a part of the learning process. They view setbacks as valuable lessons that help them improve and refine their strategies. One of the key concepts in this chapter is the idea of the law of compensation. This law states that income is generated in proportion to the value you create in the marketplace. Rich Dad encouraged Robert and Mike to focus on creating value rather than simply earning a paycheck. By solving problems and meeting needs, they could generate income and build wealth. Rich Dad also stressed the importance of financial education and continuous learning. He advised Robert and Mike to constantly seek new knowledge and skills that would enhance their ability to create and manage wealth. This could include learning about investments, real estate, business management, and other areas related to finance. The chapter provides several examples of how Rich Dad applied these principles in his own life. One notable story is about a piece of real estate that Rich Dad acquired. He saw an opportunity to purchase a property that others had overlooked. By using his financial knowledge and creativity, he was able to turn the property into a profitable investment. This example illustrates how the rich invent money by recognizing and seizing opportunities that others might miss. Rich Dad introduced the concept of leveraging. Leveraging involves using other people's money, time, and resources to increase your own wealth. This can include taking out loans to invest in real estate, partnering with others to start a business, or hiring employees to expand your operations. By leveraging these resources effectively, the rich can multiply their wealth much faster than they could on their own. Robert reflects on his own experiences of applying these lessons. He shares stories of how he and his wife, Kim, used financial creativity and leveraging to build their real estate portfolio. They started with small investments, gradually increasing their knowledge and confidence. Over time, they were able to acquire larger and more profitable properties, significantly increasing their wealth. The chapter concludes with a powerful message about the importance of taking action. Rich Dad emphasized that financial intelligence is useless without the willingness to act on it. Many people have great ideas and knowledge, but they never take the steps necessary to turn those ideas into reality. The rich are not afraid to take risks and make mistakes because they know that action is the key to success. In summary, Chapter 5 of Rich Dad Poor Dad teaches that the rich invent money by thinking creatively, overcoming fear, leveraging resources, and taking action. Financial success is not just about having money, but about having the mindset and skills to create value and seize opportunities. By continuously learning and applying these principles, anyone can improve their financial situation and work towards financial independence. In Chapter 6 of Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of working to learn, rather than working merely for money. He underscores that the rich invest time and effort in acquiring knowledge and skills that will serve them in building wealth over the long term, while the poor and middle class often work primarily for financial security. Kiyosaki begins by recounting his early career experiences. He took on various jobs not because of the salary, but because of the valuable lessons and skills he could gain from them. His rich dad advised him to choose jobs based on what he could learn rather than what he could earn. This approach helped Kiyosaki develop a diverse skill set that later proved invaluable in his entrepreneurial ventures. Rich Dad's advice is rooted in the belief that true financial success comes from understanding a broad range of business and financial concepts. He encouraged Robert to learn about sales, marketing, accounting, investing, and management. By acquiring skills in these areas, Robert would be well equipped to create and manage successful businesses and investments. One of the critical lessons in this chapter is the concept of specialization. Rich Dad explains that many people fall into the trap of specializing too narrowly in their careers. While specialization might lead to job security and promotions within a company, it often limits one's overall financial potential. Rich Dad advocates for a more holistic approach to learning, where individuals seek to understand various aspects of business and finance. Kiyosaki uses the analogy of the triangle to explain the importance of a balanced skill set. The base of the triangle represents a solid foundation of broad knowledge, including finance, accounting, marketing, and management. The sides of the triangle symbolize the application of this knowledge in practical, real-world situations. By building a strong foundation and applying it effectively, individuals can create wealth and financial independence. The chapter also delves into the difference between formal education and real-world education. While formal education is important, it often focuses on preparing students for specific careers rather than teaching them how to build wealth. Real-world education, on the other hand, involves learning through experience, taking risks, and sometimes failing. Rich Dad encouraged Robert to embrace both types of education but to prioritize real-world learning opportunities. Kiyosaki provides examples of how he and others have applied these principles. He shares stories of successful entrepreneurs who started with minimal formal education but achieved great financial success by continuously learning and adapting. These individuals were not afraid to take on new challenges, learn from their mistakes, and keep pushing forward. Another key point in this chapter is the importance of communication skills. Rich Dad emphasized that the ability to communicate effectively is crucial for success in business and investing. This includes writing, speaking, negotiating, and selling. Kiyosaki recalls how he took a job as a salesperson to overcome his fear of rejection and improve his communication skills. This experience taught him valuable lessons that he later applied in his business ventures. The chapter concludes with a call to action for readers. Kiyosaki encourages everyone to step out of their comfort zones and seek opportunities to learn and grow. He stresses that working solely for money is a short-term solution, while working to learn provides long-term benefits. By focusing on acquiring knowledge and skills, individuals can position themselves for greater financial success and independence. In summary, Chapter 6 of Rich Dad Poor Dad teaches that the key to financial success is to work to learn, not just to earn. By acquiring a broad range of skills, embracing real-world education, and continuously seeking new learning opportunities, individuals can build a strong foundation for wealth and financial independence. In Chapter 7 of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki focuses on the various obstacles people face on their path to financial independence and how to overcome them. He identifies 5 main obstacles: fear, cynicism, laziness, bad habits, and arrogance. 1. Fear. Kiyosaki explains that fear, particularly the fear of losing money, is the #1 reason why people do not become rich. Rich Dad taught him that it's not the lack of fear that matters, but how one handles it. To overcome fear, one must embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward despite it. He emphasizes the importance of taking calculated risks and learning from failures. 2. Cynicism. Cynicism and doubt can paralyze decision-making. Kiyosaki shares stories of people who miss out on opportunities because they listen to their doubts or the doubts of others. He advises readers to do their own research, gather facts, and make informed decisions rather than letting skepticism hinder their progress. 3. Laziness. Laziness is another significant obstacle. However, Kiyosaki points out that it's often masked by busyness. People claim they are too busy to take care of their finances, but in reality, they avoid dealing with money matters because they find them overwhelming or uninteresting. He suggests setting clear financial goals and taking small, consistent steps towards achieving them. 4. Bad habits. Kiyosaki discusses how bad habits can sabotage financial success. He stresses the importance of developing good financial habits, such as paying yourself first and investing regularly. He recounts how Rich Dad ingrained the habit of setting aside money for investments before paying bills or spending on non-essentials. 5. Arrogance. Arrogance, or the belief that one knows everything, can also be a significant barrier. Kiyosaki advises readers to stay humble and open to learning. He emphasizes the value of seeking advice from those who are more knowledgeable and experienced, and continuously educating oneself. Kiyosaki concludes the chapter by reiterating that overcoming these obstacles requires a shift in mindset. He encourages readers to confront their fears, manage their doubts, cultivate discipline, replace bad habits with good ones, and remain open to learning. By doing so, they can pave the way to financial success and independence. In summary, Chapter 7 of Rich Dad, Poor Dad teaches readers how to identify and overcome the common obstacles that prevent people from achieving financial freedom. By addressing fear, cynicism, laziness, bad habits, and arrogance, individuals can develop the resilience and mindset needed to succeed financially. Chapter 8 of Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki focuses on overcoming obstacles to financial success and developing the mindset necessary for achieving financial freedom. The chapter is titled Getting Started, and it emphasizes taking action and cultivating the right habits to build wealth. Kiyosaki begins by highlighting the importance of a strong desire to be financially free. He explains that many people fail to achieve financial success because they lack a compelling reason to drive them forward. He encourages readers to find their why, the deep, personal motivation that will push them to overcome challenges and stay committed to their financial goals. Next, Kiyosaki outlines several practical steps to get started on the path to financial freedom. Decide to be rich. Kiyosaki stresses the importance of making a firm decision to pursue wealth. This decision is the first step in developing a wealth-building mindset. Choose your heroes. Kiyosaki advises readers to find role models and mentors who have achieved financial success. Learning from these individuals can provide valuable insights and inspiration. Pay yourself first. One of the key principles Kiyosaki advocates is to pay yourself first. This means prioritizing saving and investing over paying bills and expenses. By consistently setting aside a portion of your income, you can build a strong financial foundation. Surround yourself with winners. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of surrounding yourself with people who have a positive influence on your financial mindset. Associating with individuals who are financially successful can provide support, motivation, and valuable advice. Master a formula and then learn a new one. Kiyosaki encourages readers to continuously seek new knowledge and skills. By mastering different financial strategies and adapting to changing circumstances, you can increase your chances of success. Pay your brokers well. Kiyosaki explains that it is important to compensate professionals who provide valuable services, such as financial advisors and real estate agents. By paying them well, you can build strong relationships and receive better advice and service. Be an Indian giver. This concept refers to making investments that quickly return your initial capital, allowing you to reinvest and grow your wealth. Kiyosaki advises looking for opportunities that provide a swift return on investment. Use assets to buy luxuries. Instead of using earned income to purchase luxuries, Kiyosaki recommends using the income generated from assets. This approach helps maintain financial discipline and encourages the accumulation of wealth-generating assets. The need for heroes. Kiyosaki believes that having financial heroes can inspire and motivate you to achieve your goals. By studying the success stories of others, you can learn valuable lessons and stay motivated. Teach and you shall receive. Kiyosaki concludes by emphasizing the importance of sharing knowledge. Teaching others about financial principles not only reinforces your own understanding, but also helps create a supportive community. In summary, Chapter 8 of Rich Dad Poor Dad provides actionable steps to develop a wealth-building mindset and overcome obstacles to financial success. By deciding to be rich, finding mentors, paying yourself first, and continuously seeking new knowledge, you can set yourself on the path to financial freedom. In Chapter 9 of Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki provides readers with practical steps and actions to take control of their financial future. This chapter serves as a guide for those who are eager to start their journey towards financial independence. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of putting knowledge into action. He believes that financial education alone is not enough, it must be accompanied by real-world application. To help readers get started, he offers a series of actionable steps and tips. Stop doing what you're doing. If what you are doing is not working, stop and reassess. Be willing to change your approach and try something new. This requires self-awareness and a willingness to step out of your comfort zone. Look for new ideas. Always be on the lookout for new investment opportunities and ways to grow your wealth. This can involve reading books, attending seminars, or networking with successful people. The key is to keep learning and stay informed about different financial strategies. Take action. Knowledge without action is useless. Kiyosaki encourages readers to take small steps towards their financial goals. This might mean starting a small business, investing in real estate, or simply saving a portion of your income each month. The important thing is to start taking action now. Find a mentor. Learning from someone who has already achieved what you want to achieve can be incredibly valuable. Find a mentor who can provide guidance, advice, and support as you navigate your financial journey. Make lots of offers. In the world of investing, you need to make lots of offers to find the best deals. Don't be afraid of rejection or failure. Each offer is a learning experience that brings you closer to success. Think big, set ambitious goals, and think beyond your current circumstances. Kiyosaki believes that most people limit themselves with small thinking. By setting big goals, you push yourself to achieve more and think creatively about how to reach those goals. Learn from history, study past financial trends, and learn from the successes and failures of others. History often repeats itself, and understanding past market behaviors can help you make better investment decisions. Action always beats inaction. Kiyosaki stresses the importance of taking action, even if it means making mistakes. Inaction leads to missed opportunities, while taking action allows you to learn, grow, and eventually succeed. The chapter concludes with a reminder that the journey to financial independence requires persistence, dedication, and a willingness to learn from both successes and failures. Kiyosaki encourages readers to adopt a proactive mindset, continuously seek new knowledge, and take consistent action towards their financial goals. By following these steps and maintaining a commitment to personal growth, readers can start building a solid foundation for their financial future. Kiyosaki's practical advice in Chapter 9 serves as a roadmap for anyone looking to take control of their finances and achieve lasting wealth. and Chapter 10 of Rich Dad Poor Dad, titled Still Want More? Here are some to-dos. Robert Kiyosaki provides readers with a series of actionable steps to enhance their financial education and journey towards wealth. This final chapter underscores the importance of continuous learning, taking risks, and remaining focused on financial objectives. 1. Stop doing what you're doing. Kiyosaki advises readers to halt any ineffective financial practices. He stresses the importance of self-reflection and reassessment of current strategies. Identifying and replacing unproductive habits with more effective actions is key. 2. Look for new ideas. The chapter encourages readers to actively seek out new ideas and opportunities. Kiyosaki highlights the significance of staying open-minded and curious, as innovative ideas can lead to new income streams and wealth-building avenues. 3. Take action. Kiyosaki emphasizes that knowledge alone is insufficient, action is essential. He urges readers to implement what they've learned and take consistent steps toward their financial goals. Action, even with the risk of mistakes, is preferable to inaction. 4. Find a mentor. Having a mentor who has achieved what you aspire to accomplish can be invaluable. Kiyosaki suggests finding mentors who can provide guidance, support, and insights from their own experiences. Learning from those who have succeeded can expedite your financial progress. 5. Make lots of offers. In investing, making numerous offers increases the chances of finding profitable deals. Kiyosaki advises readers to be proactive and unafraid of rejection. The more offers you make, the greater your likelihood of success. 6. Think big. Setting ambitious goals can push you beyond your current limits. Kiyosaki encourages readers to dream big and not be afraid to aim high. Large goals can inspire greater effort and lead to significant accomplishments. 7. Learn from history. Studying past financial trends and learning from others' successes and failures is crucial. Kiyosaki underscores the importance of understanding economic history to make informed decisions. 8. Action always beats inaction. Taking action, despite the risk of mistakes, leads to growth and success. Kiyosaki stresses that fear of mistakes often holds people back, but inaction guarantees stagnation. Embrace action and learn from experiences. 9. Surround yourself with experts. Building a team of experts, such as accountants, lawyers, and financial advisors, provides valuable insights and support. Leveraging others' expertise helps make informed decisions and avoid costly errors. 10. Pay yourself first. Kiyosaki advocates for paying yourself first by setting aside a portion of your income for investments before addressing bills or expenses. Prioritizing investments ensures that your money works for you and grows over time. 11. Keep learning. Continuous education is vital for financial success. Kiyosaki advises readers to keep learning about money, investing, and the economy. He recommends reading books, attending seminars, and utilizing resources to expand financial knowledge. In summary, Chapter 10 of Rich Dad Poor Dad offers a practical guide for readers to take control of their financial future. By reassessing strategies, seeking new ideas, taking action, finding mentors, making offers, thinking big, learning from history, surrounding oneself with experts, paying oneself first, and committing to continuous learning, readers can advance towards financial independence and wealth.